Walk Softly and Carry a Wooden Spoon is the title of this article by Ezekiel Kralin, the latest in his series about the dogs and the rental legal foofara and so on and so forth. Ezekiel Kralin wrote, Email correspondence May 17th and 18th last year. Subject, a lovely evening with Deke and pups. Continued. Date, May 17th. I spent a solid 2 hours outside with the mutts while their master commiserated with another indigent off to the side. Tended to rolling some blunts. Nigger-rigged. Another, on quotes, nigger-rigged. I don't know what that means. Another pair of sneakers and so forth, and once more Heimdall showed up, which made last night's get-together that much more festive. He loved watching Flacco attempt to fluff up a pillow that was already at maximum fluff. Her effort was futile, of course, but we both enjoyed the doggy fanfare before she finally plopped herself down in triumph. Just before I returned to Hovel to prepare their meals, Deke handed me a 1-pound bag of specialty kibble. What is this? He asked. Would the dogs like it? Probably, I said. I'll check it out upstairs. Turned out to be good quality chow for mixing in with their regular meal, or to use for treats. But then I discovered that the bag had already been open, albeit resealed, so I decided to toss it. When I returned outside with their din-din, I told Deke it's good stuff, but since it was open, I didn't want to take the chance. What do you mean? He queried. For their safety, I replied. I know most people mean well when sharing dog treats, but you never know. If the bag was already open, don't accept from strangers is my rule of thumb, or take it, say thank you, and get rid of it later. Instead of arguing, he simply said, okay. While I was reclining beside the pups, a car pulled up and parked, and the hounds began to bark like wild when the door opened, and they saw another canine inside. I grasped their collars while their master yelled, Quiet! Flacco! Lucky! Just what the fuck are you going to do? Bite him and they'll take you away and put you to sleep? The Brindlekin quieted down immediately, looking at their master with shame. They don't know any better, Deke, I remarked while clutching the pooches close to me. They grew up on the streets. They think they need to defend you at every turn. All the crazy people roaming around, they have to deal with that, just like the rest of us. Again, and to my pleasure, he accepted my take on the matter and spoke not a word in opposition. Before departing, Deke also asked for a fresh supply of doggy victuals as well as new rap songs. I didn't care for most of the new music you put on my chip last time. Sorry to hear that, I replied, but I'm not a mind reader. I just looked for rap artists from the last several years till now. That's okay, he answered. You said you have some more new rappers for me to try? Yes, I said. 8 more artists, almost 500 songs. It'll take less than 10 minutes to copy them over. So I went upstairs to do that and stuffed a plastic grocery bag with 8 cans of stew-style dog food and 2 gallon-sized baggies of kibble. Along with that, I dropped several handfuls of doggy treats into another baggie from my own stash, soft milk bones and gourmet duck breast wedges to make up for the quality kibble Deke gave me, now discarded. He then wished me a good night and took off with the demi-dachshunds, and I returned to Hovel to finish watching Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in a greater state of bliss than before. Subject, keeping 1 muffin ahead of the game. Date, May 18th. To be clear, Watson, for this particular missive, I'm talking blueberry muffins, not English. Sidebar, see picture. That's my Chromebook behind the muffin, with the SF1033 page on display, a streaming station described as ambient music mixed with the sounds of San Francisco public safety radio traffic. I've been playing it almost nonstop for the past few weeks as I compose my tales and contemplate the world's impending obliteration. Very relaxing. Plus, I enjoy hearing all these excellent people devoted to saving lives and keeping a sense of community alive. To the left of my Chromebook are 2 external hard drives. Bottom one, with the rounded orange corners, is 1 terabyte, used to back up all my data and miscellaneous crap. Top one is 2 terabytes for all my downloaded movies and TV shows yet to be viewed. The drives are stuck together with Velcro strips and secured to the desk in the same manner. I've only recently resumed enjoying my daily morning repast of a blueberry muffin with my battery acid, something I used to do frequently during my coffeehouse years, but Rosenberg's ran out of them several weeks back and wouldn't have any more till the next delivery some unknown days later. Turns out there's this fellow who purchases a dozen muffins every Sunday before he goes off somewhere to share them at whatever meeting he attends, maybe church, maybe LGBT group, maybe Alcoholics Anonymous, who knows. But I curse him just the same. Mind you, he orders other muffins too, besides blueberry, frosted crumb cake, chocolate chip, vanilla cream crunch, and banana bread revelation, but rest assured, blueberry fiesta is among them, and this is how I came to learn of that. Some 10 or so days ago, I was disappointed to discover yet again no more blueberry muffins. No sooner did I realize that than some tall, skinny fellow in his mid-50s steps in, checks out the muffins himself, and declares to the cashier, "You're out of blueberry muffins today." Pallas replied, "Yes, we've had a run on them this month, like hotcakes," of which they are a close cousin, I should note. So I turned toward the other patron and addressed him censoriously. "So you're my competition?" He chuckled and said, "Yeah, I guess so, since I purchase 3 or 4 every week along with all the other flavors. Actually, I have a confession to make," I sheepishly admitted. "I'm the competition, as I've only commenced my daily binge of blueberry muffins barely a month ago. I do apologize, but I'm not going to stop." Then about a week later, it occurred to me to buy an extra blueberry muffin later in the day, whenever there were only 1 or 2 left that morning after my purchase, so when the next day of sparsity arrived, I did just that. Stepped back into Rosenberg's later that evening, bought myself a muffin to enjoy the next morning. That way I'd gain at least another day of blueberry muffin joy before the famine strikes once again. But get this, Watson, there has been no shortage since then, presumably because Felix, the owner of Rosenberg's, made the wise choice to increase his weekly delivery of this cherished comestible so that no muffin wars would break out in his establishment. Truly a man of peace. But as a result, I am now stuck with an extra muffin every morning. I must ingest the one acquired the day before instead. I guess I could skip a day's purchase to rectify this needless hoarding, but the fear of running short of blueberry muffins sometime in the future keeps me up at night. Conclusion, I have a monkey on my back, and his name is Blueberry Muffin. Is there a way to shoot this directly into my veins? I'd be ever so grateful. All in capital letters. But maybe there's a positive spin to this after all. I am keeping 1 blueberry muffin ahead of your average Joe. But like a house of gingerbread cards, it could collapse at any moment. Perhaps if I shuffle the deck now and then, I'd come up with more than just crumbs. I don't know, Watson. Seems kind of risky to me. Maybe it's better to just let the blueberries fall where they may into the bowl. Walk softly and carry a wooden spoon, as the paraphrased saying goes. No point in stirring things up when blueberries abound, eh, good physician? To be continued.